GTA 6 is said to have support for VR compatibility when it comes out on release. This rumor has been floating around for a while, and this would absolutely revolutionize the GTA experience down to a T, turning the open world crime saga into a truly immersive environment where players will feel like they're actually a part and inside of the game. The level of realism Grand Theft Auto 6 is said to provide, if included with VR integration, would absolutely change the gaming industry. This would easily be the #1 game for the VR headset if it came out with VR compatibility. Instantly #1 forever. The simplest of interactions in this game with a VR headset on would be insanely immersive. Driving, shooting, running, just sightseeing in general. Even if it doesn't come out on release and they plan to update this game religiously, I can easily see them integrating some sort of VR compatibility to this game. If not on launch, definitely down the line and in the future. And when they do add it, this will be the #1 VR game out there. Now, obviously, Rockstar will have a plethora of different challenges to try to overcome, different obstacles when creating VR compatibility. One of the main ones being the motion sickness. If you're driving in a car and there's motion blur and all sorts of other things, it would easily seem that this probably wouldn't be a game you can sit down and grind. You know, this probably would be a super immersive VR experience to the point where you have to take it off and sit down for a while. Also, just interacting with things in general. If you have the control of your hands in this VR compatibility mode, simple tasks like picking up items would probably be a challenge for some people to nail on point with any VR game. I feel like that's something majority of gaming companies are struggling with. So if Rockstar can nail it down 100%, this would, like I said, be revolutionary. And with the VR compatibility, there could be certain missions or certain things that you can only do with a VR headset. For example, if you have to look through a certain telescope for a mission to spot something out, this could only be a handful of missions that they'll add, but this will make the VR experience worth it to a lot of people to have a brand new experience with this headset on, doing missions that require the headset exclusively. And this is easily something I could see Rockstar doing. Now, obviously, the technical requirements for this are going to be very, very intensive. I don't know how they're going to be able to implement that on a console, let alone a PC. You are going to need a lot of hardware to run this game and get the full VR experience. And I'm sure that is a challenge that they have faced, so maybe there will be a VR edition of the game exclusively with its own missions and storyline, kind of like a stories edition, a GTA 6 stories. However they can format this game to be on a VR headset, I think they will try their hardest, and obviously a lot of technical complications probably behind that, but this company is definitely working on one thing at a time. As far as the community, man, I don't see the downside to this at all. Everybody and their moms would love to play GTA on a VR headset with the full immersiveness of being able to touch things, of being able to sit down and drive a car in first person, or even just go up and you know, start a fist fight with somebody. The possibilities are endless when it comes to VR and integration to a game as this immersive. They're planning on being able to interact with 80-90% of the buildings, of the structures, of the environment of this game, and to be able to do that on a headset, a VR headset, would be absolutely groundbreaking just for the amount of things you will be able to do with it on. There'll be so much to do, you will be forced to take a break using this headset from, like I said, the motion sickness and everything else that goes into playing on a VR headset. Now, if they do decide to add some VR compatibility to this game, the online aspect would be the hub to go to interact with people. If you have a server that is a VR only headset and you have to, you know, talk to people and walk around and your character movements are all analyzed step by step in the game, this will be the game that everybody goes to just for interaction in general. People will come on this game just to hang out, just to chill, and I think that that's kind of what they're aiming for in the GTA franchise. I don't know how they would plan on releasing this. The more I think about it now, I don't think it will probably be available on launch. This will probably be an update we see later down the road for GTA 6, and I think when they do decide to release it, they're gonna make it well known that it's coming out. They're gonna do a lot of advertising, a lot of marketing when they do decide to add this insanely crazy update, kind of like they did with the first person update on GTA 5. Because when they did add that, it added an entirely new way to play the game that has also never been done before. This would absolutely revolutionize the VR gaming industry. This will be the new norm. This will be the boundary. This will be the expectation for a lot of these companies to abide by. This will be the standard. And GTA is good at making standards for other companies, hence why we had to wait 12 years for a new game. GTA 6 with VR compatibility will set an absolute standard for the VR industry. And let's not talk about how fun of a game this would be with the VR headset. Even if they remade GTA 5 with a VR headset, it would do absolute numbers. The amount of different activities they have in the game to be played and experienced even without a VR headset is truly astonishing. And to be able to interact and play and do everything we can already do with a VR headset on inside GTA would definitely have everybody's attention for a long period of time. And they could go in crazy detail with it to where your fists are, you could see your fists hitting somebody, or anything, really anything you could do in GTA. This boils down to real life. Anything you could do in real life, you could pretty much do on GTA VR. That's ultimately what they are trying to do. And like I said, no game really has the capability or the expectation to do something like this except for Rockstar, except for GTA, just because of the notoriety this game holds in everybody's hearts, in the community, and just in the world in general. GTA is a stapled game with a lot of reputation behind it, which is easily why I can see them having a VR compatibility to this next generation of gaming. They are a boundary breaking company. They are a standard setting company. And I could easily see them mastering and figuring out the correct way to make a VR video game. Obviously, if you have a VR headset on and you're playing GTA Online, there would be some legal considerations you'd have to abide by with the voice chat, whether it has to do with violence or anything along the lines of being aggressive, and watching how moderation goes for people on Grand Theft Auto 5 Online with a VR. It can go either way, though. This is going to, like I said, man, revolutionize the entire VR gaming industry. If they decide to do this eventually, which it's Rockstar, man, I could easily see them doing it, especially for a game this anticipated. With all that out the way, man, that's all I got for you in this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, smash the thumbs up button, subscribe. If you guys are new, hit that bell icon. Always stay notified, never miss out on a video from your boy. New GTA 6 leaks every day. I'll see y'all tomorrow for a new one. I'm out of here. Peace.